Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Hello everyone. This animated review is going to be on Deluxe Class Soundwave. So just sit back and enjoy. In Soundwave's vehicle mode, he is modeled after a Xeon XB, but it's not a direct model after. Looks more like a caricature of a Xeon XB with the boxy design and the sharp angles and that very rounded look, especially in the front bumper. And he has the typical Soundwave color. He has the golden Decepticon symbol on the hood, and he has some G1 references in him. Most notably, he has the tape deck buttons on the front bumper. On the side, he has a design that resembles the inner workings of a cassette tape. With these could be the cassette wheels, and if you looked at a tape, you would recognize this being on the inside. And the actual tires themselves kind of look like the cassette wheels themselves. Has some more designs on the back, but you can't see them too well because it looks like really because it's not painted. And on this, it's very interesting here, this design here. It almost looks like the stat bars on the inside chest of any headmaster, which is rather weird. And for whatever reason, he has a gold power button on the top, which obviously doesn't do anything because it's just paint. And Soundwave also comes with a laser beak. In his guitar mode, he is actually a good deal longer than Soundwave himself, which I was really surprised by. Soundwave's transformation is weird because I wasn't expecting this amount of complexity coming from a deluxe class, especially from this line, because any other deluxe class figure from this line has been fairly simple. But first, what you want to do is just kind of detach this whole section here, just so you just have enough room to get what will become the arms out of the way. Just kind of pull them down and set them off to the side, doesn't matter how. And then go ahead and take this entire panel here, flip it up, snap it in place, then continue on pushing it up till it's flush with the shoulder piece here. Now this is a kind of a tricky part, because unless you're really experienced with it, you can't really tell what will become the front of the leg. But what really helps is just flipping up this sides here of the buttons, flip them all the way, and that will become the knee. So you can tell that this will eventually be the front, but not yet anyway. Do the same thing, and then we're going to rotate the entire waist around so you can see the funky bright green here, and then spin this around again. So the goal is to have the tires on the outside of the legs. Alright, and then flip the rest of these pieces up, which really doesn't attach in any way, just sits there, which kind of leaves kind of an awkward space in between his ankle and foot. But that his legs are done. And flip out the slapping hands and extend out the arms all the way. And take this piece back here, just hidden away, fold down the head, and finish it off by rotating the tires in. And that's Soundwave in his robot mode. It is looks exactly like his show model, just a little bit shorter, and his face is a little out of proportion, because his visor doesn't, or his eye visor doesn't really stick out nearly as much as it does in the shows. It's a solid piece. Would have been nicer if they could have, this was a separate piece and they just glued it on so his eyes would stick out a little bit more. He has these green circles here, which can't really tell, but in the show there's supposed to be speakers, which he emits his sound waves from. And his tires here on his other shoulders here are also speakers. And he has another pair of tape deck buttons on his chest. And pretty much that's all. Anything else different that you really see in his mode that you couldn't see before. And because of the transformation, his tape deck does open. Nothing inside though. I'm not sure if that was intentional or just a coincidence because of the transformation. Sometimes it can be a little stiff, snapping that piece back in. Now with Soundwave, or with Laserbeak here, you have two options that you can do. You can keep him in guitar mode. In that case, there's this peg on the inside here, and you can snap it here. With probably you want to use this peg, so look, because I think that's the way it look best. And put it here in this stance. Flip up his hand so he can hold it like a regular guitar, which I'll be displaying him this way because how often do you really get a transformer that can really hold a guitar and look like he's actually playing it? It's really neat that way. Or if you want to go for more of a G1 reference, set his arm up like that. If you'll stand first, set him off to the side. Take the guitar itself, flip up these pieces here. You don't want to go too far or else these will snap off. Just till you start feeling resistance. And then take the, I have no idea what this is called in a guitar, but just push that all the way in, and then this piece all the way in, and that's Laserbeak. Let's snap it into his arm here, and now there he is. So if you really want to go for more of a G1 look here, you can do that. Overall, I couldn't be happier with this toy. This toy really proves that you don't need to add $20 in lights and sounds to have a very fun and playable toy. Even though this really doesn't have any guns, you can look past that because of how much playability this has. This is a highly recommended figure. You probably want to get this one before any other deluxe as far as the Decepticons go, because it is going to be, I would imagine it'll be hard to find because of its popularity among Generation 1 fans and among new fans of the TV show. But as far as the TV show goes, it's really sad that we only got to see him so far in only one episode of the first 2 seasons. With the hopes of a possibility of a 3rd season, there's a chance of Soundwave coming back. Until next time, thank you for watching.